How's it going? My name is Richard Benavides. I'm a worship leader and guitarist here in Mesa, Arizona. I play lead sometimes. Sometimes I lead worship and play electric. I'll show you what my rig is for electric guitar. So typically I'm playing a Gibson Les Paul Trad Pro 5. I use the satin version because it's cheaper and I got it in a trade. So it's pretty nice. Now I'll show you here my current setup. I only go out of mono XLR, so it isn't hard for me to adjust to whatever church I'm at. I don't require any stereo type of stuff. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get onto the board here. So yeah, I keep that pretty much just as is, right? Use a volume pedal at the linear, so I mean it's a volume pedal. I've got the Dynacomp, and in particular with the Dynacomp, I use the Tight AF. That is a negative 12 decibel threshold, a 1.73 millisecond attack, zero gain, 1.1 to 1 ratio. So pretty subtle, just to give it a little bit cleaner sound. And then I have a dual stage distortion. I use the green JRC OD here, which I believe is a Tube Screamer type. And I have a setting here that is pretty crunchy. 85 drive, 85 tone, 100 level. And that works really well with Les Paul humbuckers there, really getting a really just smooth saturation. Also have the white boost. I actually use this as either a top end, or I use it by itself sometimes. Has a really nice subtle breakup. I've got the gain at about 10%. Turn the treble up a tiny bit. I typically keep myself in the middle position, sometimes moving to treble on certain songs, but having that little bit of extra treble does help there. Have it at about 30% just to give it a little bit of a boost, a little bit of a kick in the butt when I need it. My EQ is set to modern, which kind of gives it a bit of a kind of a scooped feel, which is, it's a pretty good sound. I believe it's a preset that just exists, so you can go with that as well. I'm not going to act like I know what that is. The amp model I use is the Bassman, or 69 Blue Line bass. Turn the bright off. Keep it all at about 50. Ultra high is a little bit lower. But yeah, it just works pretty well out of the box. Then you've got your tape echo. Tape echo I have at a 3/16 delay. I have it synced so I can use my tap tempo for that. Feedback at about 35%, so I get kind of a bing, 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 and then it's gone. Record level at 50%. Mix at about 30%. That makes it something that you can hear pretty well, but that doesn't overpower the mix. I really like using the wow and the hiss on this. It gives it kind of a pretty cool feel, pretty cool modulated feel. So really enjoy that, and I like keeping them tails on. So next up, you'll see my IR. That is, I just use the Celestions that came with. So Celestion Vintage 30. I believe those just came with the board. So yeah, nothing too hard. I believe you actually probably have this on your board. If you don't, getting a Celestion 4, 30 watt is not hard to not hard to get, right? Celestion Vintage 30s. You can find that almost anywhere. Oh, have the high cut at about 2800. Have everything, mixed 100%. Gain at -9. The 11 reverb, you'll see I have the decay at 70, tone at 85, pre-delay at 30 milliseconds. Have it about 30% in the mix. For some reason it's 31 right now. I don't care, I liked it, so I'm just gonna keep it there. And tails, of course, on. That is, it's Rich Hall. I can't remember if I made that or not. If I didn't, or if I did, you see it. If I didn't, just go get it. Really simple to use. Shimmer. Now this is deceiving. This always defaults to the 1/4, and I don't know why. So every time I turn it on, I have to bring that down to 0. I like no pre-delay on this. I have it set at +1 octave, so that octave higher. I have the time at about 60%, tone at about 15, the high cut at about 1200 hertz, and have it pretty wide and about 10% mix. So it's subtle. It's not dominating the sound. Finally, I have a reverse delay, and I have that set on bar. So it's, 4 counts of whatever the tap tempo happens to be at the time. It is synced. You'll see here that I have the feedback at 0. So I don't really want a lot of stuff going on extraneously. You can get really hairy with this thing. There's the rest of my settings. I have the mix at about 35%. Tails, you'll notice that I have a tails button, and it's specifically for the tails for the reverse delay. What this does is this lets me be able to stop this if I want, if I'm creating some atmosphere in the background. My actual foot switches are, I've got my rig stuff there. I think this is like some sort of hybrid, but it's pretty much like a pedal board. I wish I knew all the terms. I don't. I'm a Neanderthal with this stuff, but if you are as well, this will probably help you. You go into hardware settings here up at the top, or hardware assign, sorry. I have 2 scenes, rock and clean. Essentially those turn on and off different stuff going on here. The clean has a shimmer with it. I've kind of stopped using those, honestly. This is a pretty simple set that I just kind of do manually. You've got the reverse delay tails. You've got the shimmer that I can toggle on and off. Typically use it for kind of brighter songs, kind of your quieter songs, more atmospheric. The more percussive stuff, I'll turn it off, just because it'll kind of mess stuff up. The reverse delay, I, of course, have able to be toggled on and off. Same thing with tape echo, and my dual stage boost. So with all that, let me go ahead and show you how it ends up sounding. And I keep everything pretty stock, so nothing is really impressive or hard here. It's all a pretty just serviceable thing here that you can pretty easily make. All right, give me 1 second and I'll give you some sounds. So here's the sound I was able to get with this, with the white boost, dotted delay, tape with a tape echo, 11 reverb going into the shimmer with a reverse delay, as you saw a little earlier. This is in the key of F. Not my favorite, but it's kind of keeping in line with what I did on Sunday. So here we go. Let's give it a shot. Completely clean with just some reverb and compression and EQ going through the amp, the basement and the IR. Here's again this boost. Here it is with some delay. Some shimmer. Then let's turn the shimmer off. Go a bit faster. Now you can kind of go. So there's that. That's your both boosts on. Dotted delay. Here's some shimmer on that. Sorry about that. I keep missing it with my hand. And then, of course, you can put reverse delay on that even if you really wanted to, and just kind of go nuts. Not mad at it. So I suppose you can do that with this as well. Alright, so those are the sounds that you can get out of this Headrush just with my little thing. So hope you enjoy it and hope you use it.